I'm going to look for the extra objects user preference. So I'm going to go file user preferences, then I'm going to go all, then I'm going to search for the extra objects so that I can go shift A, extras, diamonds. Now I can select between brilliant, diamond, gem, whatever. So changing the segment count using the slider changes the amount of geometry. Now let me just add a different type of what you call it, rare rocks, minerals, whatever. Anyways, I'm gonna add different types of these to the scene just so that it doesn't seem so repetitive, so to speak. Shift A, add another gem. So now on the modifiers, let me just show you something that you can do real quick. One other way of reducing or creating geometry is by using the decimate modifier. Yeah, so as you can see, if I change the slider on the decimate modifier, it changes the amount of geometry that's there. It reduces the geometry that's there. That's the point of the decimate modifier. So you can slide it forward, backwards, it's really up to you. But yeah, it's just something you can, so it can be really useful for when you're making game assets and then you want to make sure that it looks like your game has got, you know, various different game assets and you're not just repeating the assets. So of course you're going to need extra objects, node wrangler, add-ons like this, in order to make sure that it works. Oh yeah, and you also need the cycles materials add-on to be enabled. By default it's disabled, you need to enable it, and then you will of course see a section for the cycles materials available once you enable them. So I'm just going to apply the diamond material, although this probably isn't one of the best ways of adding the diamond material, because this method creates a bit more, what can I say, it creates a bit more noise in the scene than I would like it to, but it's pretty effective for the most part. The geometry is okay, the shader is actually pretty good. Yeah, so this is what it looks like up close if you actually wanted to get, you know, a bit more extra detail of what it actually looks like up close. So I'm just gonna add the plane so it doesn't look like these diamonds or gems or whatever you wanna call them are just floating in the air. I'm just gonna grab this down. Just gonna rotate some of these a bit, just to make the scene look a bit more interesting. Alright, so I'm still rotating a bit. Okay, rotating still. I really wish I just split this part up. Now I'm just gonna make sure that I select border select so that it only renders the stuff that's in the frame. So now I'm just gonna select all the other diamonds. Then I'm gonna select the diamond with the material last. Then I'm gonna press Ctrl L, materials, this so they can copy the material onto the other diamonds. I'm just gonna scale that plane a bit so that it fills up, the entire camera view. Now just to make the scene look better, I'm just gonna add a light source. In this case I added a sun lamp, so I'm just gonna rotate it a bit. Yeah, see, just like that, it looks a lot more interesting than before. So of course, really, lighting plays a great part on this. So I'm just gonna create another material by just clicking onto main material, clicking the plus icon, then just changing the color wheel to red. You can use the HSV sliders if you want. I just felt like using the color wheel because this is a tutorial for beginners. Beginners may not really know how to use these sliders. So I'm just clicking the plus icon to create new materials based off the old material, and just changing the color a bit. I think I'm gonna decrease the amount of brightness on that yellow. Maybe that'll work. Should. At least I think it should. Alright, I think now I can just start rendering. Yeah, so this is what one of the finished results is. You can tweak it some more so that you can reduce the noise that's in the scene, but I didn't really have time to tweak it or make changes or whatever. But yeah, that's basically how you make diamonds, gems, brilliant diamonds in Blender. You use the add-on called the extra objects add-on, and it will give you those cool shapes, and then use the cycles materials to get the diamond shader. So yeah, that's the scene. I hope you like it. Of course, you can get some better results if you decided to light this up with an HDR instead of just using one simple sun lamp. But yeah, that's it for the most part.